I didn't post anything for the last 3 weeks due to the fact I had injured myself at work, and then I was also put in physical therapy for 3 weeks. I just finally had my last visit with the physical therapist yesterday, and it was killing me trying to get back and forth over there to where I had to be at and then be back. Um, so I just got cleared, so now I'm gonna go back to doing my videos on YouTube. Um, I basically was on a load stand at my job, and I pulled the muscle in my shoulder to the point where I couldn't move it for days on end. So they tried doing exercises with it to try to get it back into shape, and that's what they were doing at the physical therapy. Um, so they encouraged me to do it. I just had it somewhere. So according to the physical therapist, he wants me to do shit like this, which I don't have money to constantly buy shit like this. Basically, scapular protraction, that's the one where you lay down on your back and you lift your arms up. Um, a free weight, that's the external rotation, that's the one where you lie on your side and you hold the weight with your elbow, and that's bent and rested on your side. Um, Prone extension, that's the one where you're laying with your face on like a pillow or your face into the table thing, and you basically rotate your arm. Yeah, but that's what they were encouraging me to do. And then they also said something about push-ups. You could do it on the, you could basically do a push-up off the wall, or you could do it on a table if you have one, or like your bed. Um, I've also been taking time to do this too. Um, reading the driving book to get my license for Illinois, because Illinois has a different rules of the road than what Indiana did. So it's harder to get a license out here than it is in Indiana. Um, so it's just a matter of, I just got onto page 32, I think, and there's like 100 pages. Um, Good. Here's a good news story. Anthony Rizzo, a former Cubs player who was traded to the Yankees, and even though he did not sign with any team particularly this year, he announced his retirement, but he's now going to become an ambassador or an advisor to the Cubs, which is great. Um, so at least he's doing something. At least that would help the team out in any way. And this is already September. I got to see the new Stephen King movie called The Long Walk yesterday. That was a fucked up movie. I'm not gonna ruin it for anybody if they plan to see it. I'll just tell you it's fucked up. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, this is already September, man. It's just flying. But I go back to my loading duties at my job um, on Monday. Which is actually great for me because then I get my hours back. I got my first raise at my job, or supposedly I did, but I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Oh wow. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Baseball season's almost over. Then basketball season starts in the next month or so. I'm not sure how the Bulls are going to do. They're probably going to suck this year, just like they did last year. We did have the lady, and I've heard of the show, but I've never seen it. The TV show Alice. The lady that played in the TV show Alice died. Um, Yeah, because I never saw that. I never saw that TV show. The TV show Alice. I've always heard of it, but never seen it at all. And I have no plans for this weekend. I'm just probably gonna stay home and not do anything. At least for today and tomorrow, anyway. But I do have my college classes registered. I will be going back to college on October 13th, to try to finish up as many of my classes as I can. Um, I already completed one class, but I need at least, for the degree I'm going for, I need at least 13 classes finished with. Which book? Okay, that was it. Oh, that was the original. Okay, I don't remember that one. I don't know who the hell that is. They said a guy named Neil Summers died. He was in the original RoboCop, but I'm trying to think what character he played. Okay, let's check out Neil Summers and see who he played. Okay, I guess I have to look that up eventually. I'm not recognizing him at all. But I did see a couple movies that he did. Like, I saw him in The Greatest Story Ever Told. True Grit, that's the one with John Wayne, I think. Uh, yep. I saw him in RoboCop. The Greatest Story Ever Told on The Shawshank Redemption, but I'm not recognizing the name, like the guy's name. Okay, I guess I'll have to look that up later. Okay, the Cubs won yesterday 6-4, which is good. Matthew Boyd, for the Cubs got the win. But I did not see how anybody else did. Let's go see. Okay, scores. Today is, oh damn, the 13th already? Oh yeah, that would be right. Now the other thing I don't really don't care about, is Charlie Kirk getting shot. Now I might not have agreed with his political differences, but I still don't wish somebody to be shot. I didn't care for his political beliefs, but it wasn't right for him to be shot anyway. Love him or hate him, he still had a right to basically voice his opinion on what he hate and what was wrong anyway. What is today? You see the Yankees won. Yankees are 4-1 or four. They won 4-1. But who did they? Aaron Judge hits his 47th homer of the year. He's one of my few players that's pushing 50. Cal Raleigh on the Seattle Mariners already has 50-something homers already. And Cal Raleigh is the first catcher in Major League history for either the American League or National League to hit 50 homers or more. No catcher's ever done it. Yep. So Cal Raleigh, I said, even with a few weeks left, is he gonna be the first catcher to hit 60 homers? because he is kind of close. I think he's got like 53 or 54. I guess we'll find out in a minute. Okay. Okay, I guess he didn't. Yeah, okay, yeah, he did play yesterday, but he got 2 hits. He played, doesn't have a hitter.
Do you want me to schedule Calvin's flu shot?
Okay. Also, in this meantime, too, I've been putting in applications for other jobs to make some extra money. I also, me and my roommate, we're talking about it in the next, few weeks, in the next month or so, starting our own podcast and trying to get sponsors for it. So so I ordered the podcast equipment, that should be here within the next few days. We'll test it out to see how good it is, and then we'll go from there about the podcast and how it's gonna go. Um, um, the White Sox in the last 2 years have had the 2 worst records. Have had the worst record ever, which makes me happy. Um, Basically, the Cleveland Guardians, which should have been kept as the Indians, beat the White Sox 4-0 yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, or how often you follow basketball, but the Dallas Mavericks just signed a center called his last name is Sharp, and he's considered to be one of the tallest centers in the NBA. He's 7'5", and he signed with the after the Mavericks released Prosper, they signed this guy Sharp, and the guy Sharp is 7'5", which is tall as hell. I don't know how anybody can be that tall or how they get around like that. I also started a comedy career. I've already got 1 show down. Trying to get some more in there. Me and my roommate, we went to downtown Chicago to perform at well, I did anyway. We both went out there, and I basically got up on stage, told several jokes, made everybody laugh, and then they don't care if you're dirty. That particular comedy club I went to, they didn't care if you were dirty. Which is a great thing because I love dirty comedy. I love to tell, like, I am very dirty, I am very filthy minded, and that's how I like my comedy to be. What is this one? Yeah, but with this type of book, also, like I said, the rules of the roads are different in Illinois than it is in Indiana. In Indiana, it's not required for you to parallel park, but in Illinois, in certain parts, it is. Um, yeah, man. It was raining earlier. That's one of the reasons why I didn't get out much anyway. But here's another thing. Last week or a couple weeks ago, I went to Oak Brook, Illinois, and Oak Brook has a mall, but it's the first mall that I ever walked through where it was all open in the aspect of having no ceiling above, like when you're walking outside. Um, so that was an open mall, and I had never experienced that before. But that was actually, it's not a bad layout, but when winter hits, snow's gonna be all over the place, and it's gonna be a bitch walking through it, and it won't be as busy. Um, but it's nice to enjoy that view when it's there. So far this year, I saw 4 movies, with the most recent being the Stephen King movie yesterday called The Long Walk. This year alone, so if you add up all the movies I saw, there was The Long Walk, Ballerina, which is the John Wick film, like the sequel to which is like the sequel to John Wick. um, Jurassic Park, and Nobody 2. Those are the ones I saw this year alone. Did anybody see did anybody see the what they call what was it they're dropping the new iPhone 17. They were talking about the stuff where I saw on my phone they're releasing it. Speaking of this, Aaron Judge passes Joe DiMaggio on the home run list for the Yankees. Um, which I wish him well that he did that. So Aaron Judge climbs. So Joe DiMaggio, who played his whole career with the Yankees from 1936 to 51, that was Joe DiMaggio. So Joe DiMaggio had 361 homers with the Yankees in his career. So that means if Aaron Judge just passed him, that means Aaron Judge is sitting at 362. Yep, okay. Yep, so Aaron Judge is sitting at 362. Now, Aaron Judge is considered to be one of the tallest players in baseball at 6'7". And most baseball players are never that tall. But then you also got to speak. The two tallest players in baseball were John Roush and Randy Johnson. John Roush was 6'11" and Randy Johnson was 6'10", and they were both pitchers. But Aaron Judge is a right fielder who's 6'7". So congratulations on Aaron Judge passing up Joe DiMaggio on the home run list for the Yankees. And Aaron Judge will be a great player for years to come. So the Yankees got a good deal with him. Then you got Stanton, who's the other guy on the Yankees, but Stanton, for the last few years, has been injury prone. So his home run totals have fallen off due to his injuries. Peak season will be coming up again in the next month or so with my job, and hours will be coming in to try to get some extra money. See, Stanton is sitting at 449 homers combined between Florida and the Yankees. With the Yankees, even though he's been playing with the Yankees for 8 years, but his home run totals have fallen off. A little bit. I mean, he still got 20 homers this year, but he's missed a lot of the games this season with injuries and everything. Also, before I go, I'm not going to keep you guys too long. Now, if you guys like country music or just anything, I found this group called Coffin Crown. They do sing country rock, and I just love how they have these videos. If you look closer here, they got every video with a skeleton, and he's dressed in like a black, and they sing like dark country, like goth. So right here, welcome to Coffin Crown, a soul deep journey through dark country, gothic Americana, and haunted instrumental soundscapes. And I actually am loving this group. I've watched probably like, let's see how many videos I've watched already since I discovered them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, about 8 videos is what I watched since I discovered them, and they're not a bad group. Um, even though my preferred style of music is death metal, um, but this one isn't bad. So if you're interested in listening to like dark country, like American goth, Coffin Crown would be a good one. Um, I suggest you check them out. But I'm gonna head over to my other channel to do my history video. Um, but I hope you guys enjoyed. But here's the thing, also. So this is my return to work note, where it talks about my unspecified sprain. I had injured it on the 19th of August. But then it says I'm cleared to return to work full duty, starting, um, which is yesterday the 12th. So I'm good to go. So I'm good to return back to work. So I'll see you guys in the next week or two, once I get some more ideas on what to do for videos. Yeah, but if you like the video, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel RBW King. For more videos like this, or just anything in general. And I hope to see you guys soon.